My beloved DJ, a class I've neglected after he turned out to be an absolute cuck. Watching from the sidelines as his army fights without him, I reckon it's time to give him another chance, see what he can do, and what better way to test his limits than a pre-made. Alright, we've got a pre-made game here, the last of the pre-mades that we played on this day anyway. I would imagine there'll be more eventually. But we're going to go for a DJ game. Now, I haven't played much DJ after the nerf to him. Like, it's not really a nerf to him, is it? It's just that the attack priority change, it sounds like it wouldn't affect DJ too heavily, right? Because, like, what's the difference? When you're near your... Like, when Zerg spawns units, the units can attack you without them having to manually target you if you happen to be close enough. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when it comes to DJ, a class that wants to be frontline, a class that isn't super tanky or anything, but I mean with heal it can be a bit. But when things are automatically hitting you as they spawn on top of you, you're forced to pull back, you're forced to play a bit safer. And that means you're not as powerful as you could be when you got to just be in the front, kind of fuck around with the Zerg's attack priority, kind of push them around and stuff. It means you're a bit weaker. And to make up for that, you have to spawn more units to make up for that loss of power, which is a big problem. Because DJ is a class entirely revolving around hitting fast timing, so in reality the change is very big for DJ, although it doesn't sound like it is. Oh, we gotta dodge the Thackerus. Fortunately, I don't think he was paying attention here, no. Gotta dodge those ling balls as well. We don't want to lose our early units, especially not our crowd pacifier, but also our fans. Sets you behind a lot if you do lose them, so giving up a little bit of early gas income to keep those alive is worth it. We'll just keep making those tier 1 structures, that tier 1 eco, very efficient early on until we can get or at least justify getting a disco ball to start making them without having to use up fans. Do we lose a fan here? Oh, I guess I feel safe. I know Thackerus isn't around. I use up the double time just to make sure I don't lose a fan there in case I fucked up the micro. Looks like we're sending a little bit of a ling outpost, not ling outpost, a fan outpost out. They'll farm us some lings. We do get scanned there, we scout it. Gonna turn this into a warp prism so I don't lose that value. Do I get all of that out in time? I do, very nice. There's Thackerus down there. No, he just had a ling ball ready. Yeah, very nice. We managed to get the full salvage off. Yeah, it's an early scam, but whatever. We get the fan out by turning it into a disco ball. We'll just move him around the map. Eventually we'll meet up with it, make some eco, making some outposts as we go. Looks like I only have enough fans for one outpost. Especially because I'm going to want to put this into, or put fans into this disco ball here to make eco. But not the best start, but not a bad start. So we didn't lose anything. So it looks like we'll just make a bit of a mini base here. I imagine I'm going to defend it. I'll put some fans in there, make some eco, defend it with a fan ball. I wonder if I want to keep my hero around. Because I don't, like, it's pretty obvious I don't have enough fans yet. I guess I keep my hero around for a bit. Eventually I'm going to want to move out. Okay, well I'm scanned actually. Do I just salvage a move? I can't remember, honestly. Okay, yeah, I move the fans out. And that's right, I keep my hero here. So I can defend with my hero for a bit. We see Thackerus, and now we're just going to salvage. Move the disco ball out, move the fan group out. The fan group can be a bit of an outpost. Disco ball will eventually find somewhere we can eco. And if it doesn't, if Thackerus follows the disco ball, has lings underneath it or something, and keeps eyes on it, we'll just make one on top of our DJ and eco up on the other side of the map. So we've got good options. Even though we've been denied our eco, we've still got some fans out around the map. We see them ling balling our outposts, so it's not like we're just free farming fan cooldown and gas. But not in a terrible spot, and we'll just make some eco somewhere else. Said Thackerus there is near our eco. I'm moving the disco ball out to try and scout at Thackerus or a ling ball microed up to here. Don't want to just salvage for free. Fortunately, he is not around there. He would have been up here by now, or Lings would have been up here by now if he was going for it. So disco ball just to scout that. We can pull it back into our eco now, I imagine I do. I'm leaving it out kind of. Maybe I guess just to scout some Lings. But the risk of that is Lings can run underneath it, show it on the mini-map for Zerg. Little bit of a random Ling, but hopefully they don't see that, especially because they were paying attention to bottom left where they were scanning where my hero is, which is fine. We're still going to put some fans down there, use it as a both outpost and potential eco spot. Later we can turn one of those fans into a into a disco ball. And if he wants to commit to going down there with units or his hero or something, then it's fine. We don't have to commit to like actually defending that fully by putting a hero there or something, or expensive units. In fact, I've pulled the fans into a corner. Maybe... Was I worried about a Ling Ball being... I mean, I definitely can't farm a Ling Ball with just fans, so I guess, yeah, that makes sense. So we'll keep those in the corner. If he sends a Ling Ball down, hopefully they dodge the fans, and then later I could move them out after Ling Balls have passed, and then turn it into a disco ball or something. Eco gets hit again, but still just a random Ling. They don't actually know it's there, so I don't need to full salvage or anything. Looks like I'm getting pissed off. So I'm actually just going to defend it instead, which is fine, It's not like I have a lack of fans around the map. So the fact that they're going to see my fans farming here, if they happen to look over, it's not going to notify them that there's definitely an eco here. They're still going to want to clear it out, right? If they notice. But it's not like I just have one group of fans around the map and it's like, oh, obviously that's defending his eco. Lose lose 2 fans? My god, I'm getting old. Just keep building up that tier 1 eco. We've got a lot of gas. We're not bad mineral income wise. We're not super ahead, but we're not behind. And not being behind is good enough as DJ. That basically means you're ahead relative to other classes in the game. So we're in a good spot, basically. Unless something disastrous goes wrong, who knows. But assuming it doesn't, we'll just constantly keep upping that tier 1 eco. Trying to keep making map control, maybe clear out some patrols, maybe make some mini bases with fans defending it, maybe make, or at least places where we can later turn fans into warp prisms. We don't need to commit to it immediately. We're working our way up to plus 50 per second. We're almost there, which is the point where I would get 1-1 almost always. Start maybe considering getting some crowd pacifiers at these outposts as well, especially at the ones at my eco. We see, if we look at the mini-map, a lot of the fan outposts have gone down. We've got this down here, we've got some stray ones over here, obviously over here, and then one I just set up, and the ones on my hero. But they've done a good job at Ling Balling all my fan outposts I've tried to set up. Looks like I'm so... Oh, Nedra's coming over. I actually don't think she's coming over for me there. No, she's moving upwards, but I do salvage it expecting her to go to my eco. Our team asking for a push, rightfully so. Nedra off creep means you should push. Unfortunately, I'm just not in the best spot to do that because 1, I just salvaged, 2, I didn't have upgrades ready. I could push now, but I need to kind of focus on getting eco back up before I do that. And then by the time I get eco back up, she'll be back on creep because she wasn't that far off, even if she doesn't recall. So, oh, actually, I mean, I didn't know she was over here. Do they know? Yeah, they know. Oh my god, they pick up the gas blobs. I didn't know this happened during the game. I had no fucking clue that she ran over here. She picked up the gas blobs. Because they were gas blobs, she was like, oh, okay, well, they've already salvaged. But they could have just path checked. Like if you click to move command up here and you run to the low ground instead of trying to path around, then obviously there's something still blocking. It might not be eco, it might just be a wall, but you should at least send something to clear it out. Or just to clear out pick up the gas blobs. That's crazy. That's crazy. I just fucking... people I'm not beating the fucking allegations with the staged content. This is fucking sickening. How did they not just clear my eco? That would have been devastating as well. Because I had to go into tier 2 eco to save my APM because we were floating like 6k. So that would have just been so easy for them to clear out so much of my eco. They wouldn't have full cleared me or anything, but they would have maybe halved my eco even. Anyway, we're at plus 60 instead, which is a much better place to be in than having half your eco. So I'm pretty happy about that. Looks like we're just moving around the map. We re-established bot left. I think it did get cleared out. So we went back down there to re-establish it. Obviously a very good spot to just have as a potential eco spot, but also as a potential base spot. Contesting that area, and we see that Zerg's trying to do it as well, making sure they have lings on the rock, killing the ones at the low ground, but we can't see the ones on the high ground. But yeah, we're both trying to contest it because it's a very valuable spot. If we ever do go for a base game this game, that's where it's going to be, right? The alternative would maybe be top right, but it's a lot harder to defend. Top left's pretty bad. Bot right's pretty bad. Like, bot left is really, really good here. And even if we don't base, it's just an incredible mini base spot, an incredible eco spot. We make our way up to plus 100. Very important milestone to hit because now we get to think about what we name ourselves. I think I I guess I'll find out what I name myself. But I just went for a manager as well. Yeah, we're now using that bot left as an eco spot. I think during all this, I'm spending my time thinking about what I want to name myself, but I do need to push as well because we see pressure around the map. Unfortunately, we do just see, well, somewhat fortunately, we see Niadra there. Unfortunately, we just made units to push there, but fortunately, we saw her there before we actually stepped on creep. Looks like I go for D. Oh, Spirit, because Spirit was banned and I couldn't think of anything, so I just pick a banned class name. Yeah, they banned Spirit Elementalist, I would imagine, and we banned Klevik. Just like pretty standard bans, OP classes. So we are now DJ in Spirit. Where is our manager? He's up here, ready to recall us if Niadra jumps on us. We're trying to clear out some creep, as well as get some gas. We can see we're a little gas starved. Take some damage there, it's fine. I can use my units to block her off. Yeah. I imagine I'm 2 armor. Apparently I'm 3 armor. That's definitely not the case. No, I'm 2 armor. What is that visual bug? Is it a visual bug? My god, his manager has 10 armor, but I'm definitely not 3 armor upgrades. I'm 2-2 now. And I am, yeah, now I'm getting the subwoofer upgrade as well. So we're looking to get subwoofers. I see mid. There's a fucking mirror sitting mid, by the way. Full spawner units, nuke mid as well. Perfect time for me to move in because Niadra is going to have to rush back here to try and defend this. She's going to shade out, so she'll be fine. But pull back mirror. They also have to constantly spawn units to defend this, so they can't just immediately run over to me. So making use of this timing to push in from the left side. I'm not going to be able to quite reach mid because as DJ, unless I'm planning to recall out, which I'm not, I don't want to have to immediately recall. I need to clear creep to move in, so I've got an escape route. Recall is really valuable. I could try and run up and hit eco and recall, but I'm going to kill like 1 hatchery. It's not going to be worth it. Then my recall is going to be down and I'm going to have to play safe for ages. Instead, a clear creep kind of clears out some of the map pressure, gets me some gas, means I have an avenue to walk into to get closer to mid if I go back there. And then it also means I still have my recall up, so I can now keep pushing creep instead of having to play safe until recall comes off cooldown. We have a good amount of eco, not so much gas. I mean, I'm at plus 100. I don't really need to make more eco. I'd rather spend it on more units. We see that storm. I think that's level 2 storm. Yeah. So I can just sit in it. I don't even need to micro out of it, which is great. If it were level 4 storm, I'd have to like double time and run out of that, run backwards. Instead, I get to hold this position, take a little bit of damage on the units, but it means I can sit in the storm, hold the choke, keep moving forward. Niadra can't push me off. Meanwhile, she's spending her time sitting her hero on me. Roaches are doing a good job though. She's split up roaches, but it means that the team can split push around the map while she has to sit on me. Again, I can sit in the storm, just pull my DJ and maybe a few units out of the low health subwoofers there, but I don't have to give up my position. There's some vultures sneaking past there, and we hit level 6, so we now have base drops. She's doing good damage to me, as in she's kind of like keeping my army even. I'm not able to just make a massive army of units, and main reason for that is because I'm max supply. That's right, I remember this. I forgot to turn off fucking auto cast on this disco ball down here. We lose this manager up there, so we do have to back off for a second to make that. We now get, I imagine, yeah, looking at the supply, it definitely was the fan supply reduction, so now I have so much more supply. I think at this point I noticed that my disco ball was auto making units. That's a level 4 storm, right? So now we can no longer just sit inside that. Lift up some units, just help my army escape a little bit. Very small army, but try and get some damage on her. Make some subwoofers. We're going to send them in to our hero. We can now actually build up an army count. And we're still sitting at plus like 110 per second, so still in a very good spot. But 22 minutes in, that's kind of that's where you get to the point where DJ can no longer really safely step on creep. I could still fuck with the Thackrus, but a Niadra will soon be able to kill me just because of the level she's getting, because of the gas they're getting as well. They should be at least 2 range, maybe even 3 range. Have to blink the manager down there. What I was wanting to do was recall my units from bot left down here on top of the Thackrus, but he did a really good job of pushing me there with all the units and stuff. It means I have to instead recall my DJ so I can escape and live. I could have tried recalling my units and fighting here. Bait him to sending all those units to me, recall the units, fight on top of myself, but there's no point taking risks. Look at the map. We have a team with incredible map control. We're scaling really hard. They're getting pushed back. The creep's getting pushed back. We outscale them. So there's no need to take risks like that. Just play it safe. Escape. Make sure you're 100% alive. And just keep scaling up with your team. And we can, of course, easily defend that. We've got a bunch of subwoofers down there. So we just keep expanding this eco. And I'm going for eco instead of 3 armor. In some cases, I'll go 3 armor here for pushing. I guess, again, just because my team's doing so well, means I actually don't have to commit all my resources to putting on pressure. It means I can just safely eco up and keep scaling with the team. Usually, if I'm DJ, I'm usually the one to cut resources to put on pressure past the early game. Because DJ's late game sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's not great compared to other classes. Just incredible mid game, and incredible timing hits. So usually I'm okay with cutting resources, but in this case, team's covering all the pressure. We do lose a swan. They've got lurkers out. Is that the full swan? No, it's just, so he's got Kaczynski up, which is good. Still the valuable one, the most valuable one. Although obviously ideal to have both heroes, but it's still fine. We're getting to the point where we're maxed out on supply again. I do hit 200 fame, very important. That's right, I remember contemplating here. What color would a spirit be? I reckon it would be blue. I reckon spirit would be blue. I type in pink because I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking moron. I don't know what idiot would think a spirit would be pink, but I think I was focused on like salvaging and shit. Yeah, people were telling me to salvage and shit. They were pinging my eco. I was too busy typing in dash DJ in pink. Obviously very important to make sure you can flex on them with your high fame count. Even if they make you salvage, doesn't matter. You managed to hit 200 fame anyway, so fuck it. For some reason it doesn't show up though. Did I type that wrong? I typed DJ in, not DJC. I was like half focused on the fucking color and the eco. Now I don't even get to flex on them with the RGB DJ name. That's really bad actually. This is probably like a lose condition. Hopefully we don't. But yeah, we're going into tier 3 eco down bot left. We're just establishing that. Resetting our eco, or resetting half our eco. We're still at like plus 200. We see the lurkers. We can deal with them pretty easily as DJ. Even, like DJ's usually not a class that's very good at split pushing. What the fuck is going on down there? That's got to be a recall, right? Surely he recalls? Maybe not. Maybe he's just going to walk it off. Oh, he's going to go for a kill. I think he's going to get the kill. Yeah, he for sure gets the kill. Rough. Yeah, usually DJ's not great at split pushing because you need all the part of the show on your units to not just get vision on them, but also detection. But because you want vision on your units, and it's a cooldown. You wait every how many seconds? That's not a 25-second cooldown. No, 30-second cooldown for the ability. You wait every 30 seconds, unless you've already got it all set up, and usually you don't, because it's just not really how you play DJ. It's rough to make it work. So we've kind of not given up on harassing the defender. We're still going for that a bit, but we want to fuck with the hunter. But we are seeing the attack priority in full display here. Usually I'll be able to just sit in front with my DJ there and not get hit, because you move so fast and you're in a huge pool of units and it's so hard for them to click you. And then they have to constantly click you as they spawn units, because you kill units and then the new units they spawn have to be targeted on you. No longer the case. Previously there, I'd be able to sit on that Thackrus and fight him for eternity, basically. He wouldn't be able to push me off yet in the previous patch. But because of the new patch, I'm pushed away, and it's a good example of why aggressive DJ is no longer... I wouldn't say it doesn't work, it's just no longer as good as it used to be. It's no longer very... it's not possible if the Zerg plays well and you're not super ahead. If you're super ahead and the Zerg's bad, then yeah, you can make it work, but that's not really good. That's not the average, is it? Usually that's not how it's going to work out. We see the Zerg is heavy turtling their eco. They have no creeper on the map, barely any eco on the outside of mid. So, they've realized that they're doing a great job with just turtling with roaches and lurkers. So just, well, at least the hunter anyway, just compact eco, manually place the structures and upgrade them to layers. Very space efficient, minimal income. The defender should be doing that too. I imagine they've probably still got auto drone on. Not even auto drone on. I think they're manually clicking the auto hatchery and auto extractor drones, which is a big mistake. Both not using that auto eco, very, very OP, but also not going for manual eco at this point. Unfortunately, Swan full dies here. Prophet dies, Swan's dead. Our team is kind of getting picked off, and I mean, despite us having the entire map and them having like nothing except mid, they're not particularly poor, and they are getting pickoffs. And Thackrus is dangerous with a level 4 slime. I imagine that's what he has. Nedra also quite scary if she manages to catch you off creep. What level is this slime? Level 4, yeah. So 70% damage, movement speed reduction, I mean. Unless you have some kind of way to blink across cliff levels, you're usually going to die versus him. And we have a lot of classes that can't do that. We've got me. I can't blink. I can recall it, but it means he can attack me during the recall animation. Mira can't blink. Janara can't blink. She can jump cliff levels, but as she goes into her cliff level ascending mode, she still relies on move speed. Ares can't blink unless he's level 7. What level is Ares? Surely he's not level 7. That's not the Ares. That's not the Ares. Fuck, who's the Ares? That's the Ares. He's level 3. Okay, so he can't blink. He can't blink. So if he gets caught, he's fucking dead. The only one that can really survive a slime, realistically, is Sergeant Hammer, which is pretty concerning because Sergeant Hammer is not going to be able to solo this game. Or does he have both tanks? If he has both tanks, he could actually solo this game. He could go Fenro, which actually isn't crazy. I mean, I'm at like, I had salvage there. I wasn't watching, I had salvage, but I'm at pretty much like plus 250 minerals per second. He's had a lot of time to build up eco. Other teammates have eco, no doubt. So we could send him for a Fenro. So I guess he could no, but if he's solo, if he's the last builder alive, you can't Fenro because it counts as a support once you get Fenro. So he still needs one builder alive. So basically we're in a fucking concerning spot despite how favorable this looks for survivors. We're moving our manager out. We're trying to get him to bot left, which looks silly that we're moving him to the top side, but it's because Thackrus is like right here where he was. Did he recall? He recalled, okay. Well, that's fucking unfortunate. Now it looks even dumber. I'm moving manager right into Thackrus's path. Not that I knew. But yeah, we're trying to get that manager to bot left because it means I could recall down there to defend if need be. We see Neadra up there. She's still moving off creep to try and deal some damage, try and reclaim some of the map. Means mid is kind of open, so we're trying to move towards, running towards there. But again, not really a class. Am I 3-3 yet? I'm 3 armor but not 3 attack. I should probably be 3 attack by this point. Not really a class DJ that can super effectively push this late in the game. Can send my units in, but they're not as good as other units at pushing. They're very reliant on the hero as well, and my hero can't step close to creep. We see I'm sitting back here for good reason. Neadra absolutely could kill me. Thackrus could kill me. We are actually losing map control. Look at top left, it's completely dark. Bot left, there's a little bit going on. There's my eco and a little bit to the mid left and bot mid, but honestly, they're kind of reclaiming map control here. I'm spamming tier 1 structures because I don't want to have to salvage this, but I do need something to block, something that's expensible that can block the Zerg hero from getting in there. Maybe tank a little bit. You see we're now moving towards mid with this laser show with all the part of the show on him. Gives me high ground vision. I mean, so does the observer, but it means I can do some damage there. Can actually push back units. However, Neadra Storm, not only level 4 Storm, but it also scales with levels because it scales with the intelligence stat. If I could fucking click her. My god, she's fast. How much damage does it do? 91 damage per second for 6 seconds. Which, I mean, 1500 health laser show, but to the subwoofers, that pretty much kills them. And the laser, I do want to mix in subwoofers still, even this late in the game. I don't want to go heavy on laser shows because subwoofers are needed to kill the lings and the roaches. They're better at killing roaches than laser shows. Laser shows is mostly for killing the Zerg hunter or like tier 3 units or structures. But we are killing structures actually. We're pushing in there. Neadra's busy on that right side. She is now moving towards our army. We can reposition a little bit. I could recall it, but it's not worth it. We get plagued, which pretty much at this point again instantly sets our units of 1 life. We could recall the units, but they are expendable. Again, plus 200 or like 230 minerals per second. We could even eco more. We can just constantly send in units and eventually overwhelm them. Even though we're not pushing them efficiently, we are whittling down their health. They're down to 20k. I'm trying to get my manager close so I can go for a recall, and yeah, there we go. I recalled some laser shows. Recall them into mid, kind of bypass that choke and maybe try and get some damage on the Neadra. She did back off though, but still, they're down to 17k now. They're dropping. They're dropping slowly. And we've still got half map control pretty much. They've like previously we had 100% effectively other than mid, but now they have fought back, got pretty much 50% of the map back. We are struggling to clear up mid. He's coming towards my eco, which is bad. I should be pinging the Ares. Yeah, there we go. Pinging the Ares. That guy needs to fucking run. If he gets slimed, he is just dead. Sergeant Hammer died. Sergeant Hammer full dies, actually. I thought he had 2 tanks. Sergeant Hammer just full dies there. That's bad. So how many are we done to now? We've still got 4 builders alive. No supports, but 4 builders. 4, I imagine, very fed builders. I mean, Gennaro's clearly got like a maxed out army. I've got like a maxed out army. Maxed out Cyclones. Ares has a very defended small eco. He needs to be. If you're putting this much defense into it, you should have more eco. But I guess it's oh, he's got some up here as well. But yeah, I mean, I guess he probably should be pushing with us. But it's like not him having a backup as a potential basis / solidified map control is not bad. We're reclaiming bot left. We're still pushing. We're still doing damage. We're pushing into mid. We've cleared out some of their eco. We've got them down to 9k. I'm just focusing on getting those structures up. They're down to 3k health. At this point, I just need to land like 1 base drop, right? Because of all the fame, this is a lot of damage. Almost 3k. Maybe once all those tier 3 structures go up. I'm trying to get into that Chris. I need to land yeah, I think I was trying to recall on him, but the manager got too low health. Okay, there we go. They get it anyway. Honestly, a game that went from that was like really Survivor dominating, it looked like, but they held up for a long time. Managed to actually get a lot of pickoffs. And I'm surprised Ares managed to live. He was in a bad spot bot left.